I should probably like check if you can see my mouse. Can I not do that while I'm recording? Whatever. Okay. Welcome, baby, to season 2 PTL. I don't care. Leave it in. No editing here. No restarts here. Season 2 draft analysis and art show, the 12th annual session of speed art, great art, Bob Ross, 1000%. All right. So just a little bit of overview. I was second in the draft overall, so early spot. It's kind of rough. You get that first quick juicy pick, and then you wait 30 years for it to get back to you. Right in your the first spot, getting the wheel. So you have to kind of plan. I have to plan like my first pick based on something that I think the wheel isn't gonna take. Which I don't know, it didn't end up mattering. But yeah, so I went in again, zero plan. Second pick, and we still have 16 people in here. It's very similar to last season. We just fixed the playoffs. So without further ado, I will say we unbanned Tapu Lele with Psychic Surge or whatever this season. So that obviously went first pick, not even a single doubt. So that left me in a spot. What was I gonna do? Well, I'll start talking. So I don't know what this thing looks like. Not that that's like new. Fuck. But yeah, so I was like looking at my options, and that might not be right. And I was like, well, first NSTL, my first draft league ever, I picked Mega Mawile. Last season I picked they have like little eyeballs. Last season I picked Celesteal, so I'm like, well, let's keep the steel train rolling, baby, and that is just beautiful. I do not know what this symbol is, but that is not what it looks like. All right, well, and he's got like a little like army. He's like holding it, and then he's like, I myself am the sword. It's Aegislash is what we picked. So there's a bunch of jokes that this mon is cursed. It's obviously not. I'm just gonna draw the Triforce symbol on it because, like, woo, that's pretty not bad. I have to remember though, like, because he has some like red on him. So okay, I picked Aegislash. Oh, god damn it, that happens every time. It's not cursed. This is a cursed image for sure. But the mon itself is fine. So yeah, bulky steel. It got the ghost subtyping or whatever. I think it's gonna be pretty good. It's very similar. I think it's 50 base speed. So I sell steel at 61, Mawile at 50. I know what I'm doing with kind of busted steels at this point. It has some like yellow too. God, why is the yellow so muted? Ugh. Okay. His head is yellow. Okay, well, let me hold on. So it should be interesting to use. I think this thing's pretty good. I've seen it used, so I have like some idea of like what it can do. Like it's got like some. Oh, I made the yellow blue. So he's got like the the defensive, the King Shield. He can autotomize. He can Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak. Probably the best thing about Aegislash is the amount of prep it forces. So, I don't know what Aegislash looks like. I was gonna look up an image of it, but then I was like, well, where's the fun in that? So, he's like, I guess I should like fill him in with the gray. I didn't think that would work. Okay, whatever. Yeah. But, so it's going to force a lot of prep. If anyone has, like, a fire type or a fast ground type, it's coming. So, like, it's going to help me a lot with that, with being able to predict stuff. It's very similar to Mawile. I can kind of force certain mons to come. If Aegislash doesn't even want to come, then it's fine. My opponent's going to have to prep for it, and I don't necessarily have to bring it. So that's nice. Otherwise, yeah, it's just kind of like, what have I done? Okay. Oh, that was the magic wand. I don't know. I literally could not tell you what this thing looks like. I don't know if I should do more. Yeah, just fill that in. I know he has like some red on his. He has like, oh god. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so I expect ASOS to do pretty well. Even if it's not like, it's still gonna be able to clean up kills and kind of just it's gonna be similar to Mawile. Like I said, it's gonna force 1-for-1s a lot. So I think that should be nice. So let's get into like the naming section. I didn't like leave room for this. Like bold. This is too small. It's pretty small. Yeah. So I named it Aragorn. It's like a very obvious Lord of the Rings reference. I was gonna name it like Broken because one, it's a broken mon, and I'm gonna break the curse with it. But the curse thing is stupid. I'm not gonna play into that. You're gonna go 11 and like 7. So I don't know. We're back down to 12 games this season, so I have to round down. Zero Aura got 24 kills last season, but I don't actually expect my kills to finally be split up with the team I have. Just the way it goes. So I don't expect to be like cleaning up with the right mod. I don't. Oh, spoilers for the video you're watching right now that I haven't planned out. I don't have like a Zero or a 140 base speed, or like even a Tornado's 120 with like decent offense that can just come in and clean up late game. I don't quite have that this season. I have faster mons, but they're not like cleanuppers. So that's not bad. I don't know. I looked away and I looked back. It's not the worst. So Aragorn the Aegislash, that was our first pick. Like I said, there's no curse. I mean, like Ellie and Trog both had it, and their teams weren't good. Like that, it wasn't their fault. Their teams just weren't good. They weren't built around it. Did I build around Aegislash? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. But it's fine. So yeah, I expect it to just come in. Like this is probably similar to what Mawile did. Maybe a little bit, maybe less death, whatever. I don't know how many games it'll come to, but like, it'll just be in there. It'll come in and like shadow sneak something at low health. It'll come in, take a hit, and hit something with a shadow ball. It'll cause predictions with King Shield and shit. It's gonna be nice. It doesn't have the best coverage. Obviously, it's gonna be Ghost, Steel, and Fighting most of the time. I mean, I can run like Hidden Powers if I want. It's gonna be choosing. Holy God, Discord! Why are you even a thing? Get out of here. Like a surprise guest hacker, the worst man I've ever met. Yeah, so it'll be fine. So next one, I don't know what this thing looks like either. It's gonna be a rough start, and we're gonna start getting good. Okay, so okay, that's bad. That's real bad. We're just gonna run with it. So it's a little like that. It's like even a little bit lighter. Okay, so we got that color, and then it's like. What the? No, it's not right at all. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. What the hell do you look like? You're just gonna have that kind of face. Bop, bwop, bwop, bwop. Okay, and then you just got yellow monkey nose, and then you got like a little like beard going on. Yeah. So this pick, I was worried wouldn't get back to me. I'm just gonna draw him like white like this, but it ended up working out. These are the worst kinds of monster. The humanoid mons, they're just terrible. So he's like, I got fluffy arms. His arms are too big. Am I drawing like Vigoroth? What? Why? Oh god. Okay, hold on. We'll fix that. Yeah, but it ended up getting back to me. It was I was like jinxing it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna quit if I don't get this pick. So originally I had planned to this is like a little spoiler. I wanted to pair Hydreigon with Aegislash. I thought the typing combo was like super good, but then Jack took Hydreigon round 2, like some sort of jackass who drafts like a meanie. What? Why is he a spooky ghost? Okay, and then Christ, I've already fucked it up. Let's get this leg out of here. Curve it. Get it out. It's Infernape if you haven't guessed. What? I don't remember what this thing looks like. All right, let me break here. He's got like a weird he's got like yellow all around him. He's got like a belt, and he's just kind of like Maybe like this is like red. He's got like red hands. Um, he's got like weird, like kind of like vaguely like yellow like face. You know, he's just kind of like, I'm a monkey. I'm Sun Wukong from Japanese mythology. Look at me. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, and then like it gets a little bit more yellow. Um, he has just kind of like yeah, no, his belt's kind of yellow, and he's got like weird legs. I don't know where the colors work on this man. So I picked up Infernape. Infernape's really good. It's just like a good mon. It certainly goes. What is this? What have I done? It certainly goes with like my style of running like mixed offense, kind of like mixed role mons, and just messing around with them with good coverage too. I really like that. That's why I like Tornadus. So I like. I mean, Zero doesn't have the best coverage, but it still exists. That's just a nightmare. I don't. So just give him eyeballs at least. Yeah. So Infernape's got that good. Like it's got a 108 speed, I think, which is pretty nice. That is not like. Oh, God. What? What was I thinking? I'm just kind of like. Because he's like a little fuzzy monkey man. He needs like pants, even though he doesn't have pants because he's a monkey. But yeah, so in front of you run physical, run special. It gets like gunk shot, it gets U-turn, it gets earthquake, it gets stone edge, it gets dual stab, it gets grass knot. It's a very good Z user. I'm pretty sure his thing is a Z user. I don't have that marked down, but I can kind of just like know. No, it's not a Z user, is it? Who are my Z users? Oh, I know why it's not my Z user. It's not my Z user, but it totally could be. Maybe I can do this. Nope, didn't think so. The eye murder. Whatever. Okay, and then give him his little like fuzzy head, and then like I think it turns. There's a little bit of yellow in there. He's like, it's like fire colors. Okay, that's obviously not Infernape, but like also too bad. Oh God, I named this thing Mojo Jojo after the Powerpuff Girls, everyone's favorite TV show. I move like this too. That's live editing if I've ever seen it. Okay, so Mojo Jojo, Infernape's pretty good. It's able to get a lot of kills. You run a Scarf, you run it like Banded, you can do stuff. It's probably gonna go something like. I have to be careful because I rounded up to like 70 kills last season. So like. And that was with 15 battles. So now that we're down to 12, I'm not going to be able to get 70 kills unless I'm winning every battle, which I doubt it. So, I don't want to put these numbers too high and then just, like, mess around. The Mojo Jojo is going to go 13-5, baby. That's obviously, like, the worst drawing I've done yet. Like, out of all three of these, this is just a complete nightmare. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing, obviously. But that's fine. So Infernape, I am excited to use Infernape. I'm glad I was able to get it at the very end of round 2. I guess it just didn't fit on other people's teams, or I don't know, because no one really said I sniped it. But yeah, so like that out in terms of like I didn't plan much for this draft. Like I said before, I was just kind of going. Like I would plan like for the, like maybe halfway through a round, like I would kind of plan. I was like, okay, well, like what's my next pick gonna be? Like what am I looking at? What am I considering? So after Hydreigon went, I wanted this and Hydreigon, which I like maybe could have done had Jack not taken Hydreigon, but I don't know what if Brendan would have wanted Hydreigon and Lele, because they're 95 and 98 speed tier right next to each other. Special attackers might not have been like the best idea for him, but it's fine. So so like this one like snipe, obviously it's like I didn't have a whole team plan, so it's like, oh, now I have to find a new dragon and dark type or whatever. It's just how it worked out. So whatever. So then on the wheel, I was like, well, what should I do to kind of replace this hole that I was planning for, Hydreigon in, and dragon type. I was like, I like the dark type to resist ghost and dark. That, so, whatever this thing, Aegislash is weak to, is weak to fire too. So it's like, that dragon dark was nice for ghost, fire, whatever, and then ground because he had levitate. So I found kind of the next best thing. Except like obviously not. And I do not know at all how to draw this, so we're gonna get weird here. So you're usually like this. Okay, hold on. Bear with me here for a second. Okay. Got what? And then just like, you know what? It's not awful, I think. And then you just kind of have like a. wait. That's not right. No, I'm gonna come. He's gonna come back on the screen and have like. Yeah. And then it's like. It's Mega Gyarados. You could have guessed that. Yeah, look at me. I'm spooky. Oh Lord. Why? Yeah. Look at that. It's so good. All right, I'm redeemed. And he's got his little like shrimpy segments. So Mega Gyarados, it's not quite the same as Hydreigon, and it's a weird pseudo flyer, pseudo dark because I guess I should mention that we changed the Mega rule, so first turn Megas are no longer required. So Gyarados actually gets Mega Gyarados gets a little bit of a buff because now I can play mind games between fighting and fairy and resisting ghosts or being immune to ground and all that. It's not a lot left to draw. He's got like whiskers. I don't. Maybe does he have like a second pair of fins? Maybe. It's like I also have fins down here. Yeah. So Mega. They tell me that's not Mega. It's like Mega Catfish Gyarados, but it's not bad. Yeah, so I was not planning on using this thing at all. I was looking at a lot of Megas. I haven't used Mega Gyarados, so it's still like fine to have nabbed. But yeah, so what I named this Cocktail because cocktail sauce is a shrimp, and this is gonna be another one. I expect him to die a little more often, so I'm gonna give him like let's just do a 12 and like 9 for you. You're probably just gonna die a lot, and sometimes I'll have to run him defensive and stuff. But I feel like it'll be slightly better just because of the sweep potential. This thing could totally be like flipped and be like 19 and 3 or something with the sweep potential. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of am liking Mega Gyarados. I mean, this leaves me a little ground weak because obviously I picked 2 weak to ground, and then I have Mega Gyarados, which isn't going to stay ground, or is it going to stay flying potentially. I'm also pretty weak to electric, just because I have 1 week and 2. Like obviously it's like 3 mods in. These are just the things I'm considering. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going offense obviously right away. I mean, Aegislash and Mega Gyarados have built-in bulk. Infernape not so much. But I think it should be fine. I have a lot of setup here, like Nasty Plot, Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, Automize. So a lot of setup, a lot of offense. I'm gonna have to, bring it back a little bit for some defense. But it's fine. So basically, I like I said, I was looking at my typings, I was looking at my weaknesses. So I didn't want to. How am I gonna do this one? Like that. Okay. So my next pick was like. I can't leave that. Hold on. It's more like. Is it more like that? Fuck. Yeah. Yeah. It's too like. I gave it too much belly. That's too close to background color. So yeah, so I needed This is recognizable, right? I guess I should have, like, given it its, like, face, too. Wee, it's me! This thing doesn't have a lot going for it. I think you have, like, weird, like, little green, like, horns. This is, Whimsicott. I don't know what this thing looks like either. Alright? Listen. I don't know. God, that's all I have, though. So there's Whimsicott, Fairy Grass, so it helps with my ground weakness. Adds a little bit more to my fire. I mean, Gyarados and Infernape handle fire a little bit, but obviously Aegislash and Whimsicott do not. And then the Fairy weakness is offensive, but I need, the Fairy type and the Grass type I think actually work pretty well, and I like the high speed of Whimsicott because Aegislash is slow. Mega Gyara needs Dragon Dance's. It's only like 81 base speed, and Infernape's 108. So I think this thing fits into my speed tiers. It's like 117, 118 speed. I think something like that. It's in the teens of speed. It might be slower. It might be 116. I hope it's not under 115. I don't think it is. But yeah, it's nice typing. It's very annoying. I can. It actually gets defog, which is huge. That's another thing. So it has removal. What did I name you? Oh. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm kind of excited to use this. I don't know. I don't know how it'll come into play. So this is Mallow. I mean, it'll do stuff. It'll probably go like. Just because it's fast, I'll be able to pick up kills with it. It'll probably go like 6 and 6 or something. Where I'll bring it. I'll need to. I don't think this thing. Does this thing get Memento? I don't. I get like all the prankster mons mixed up. But this should be okay. I have to think about what I'm gonna do here because I drew this kind of small. Oh, I just drew it kind of small. I'll draw the next one bigger. Yeah, I don't know. I like Whimsicott. I was scared it was gonna get picked up. There was like 2 fairy picks in a row right before me when I got this. But like there was different fairies. It was like Klefki and some other bullshit. Maybe a Zoomerl, I think. I don't know. I was looking at a Zoomerl before I picked Mega Gyarados, obviously. Back when the Hydrate was still on the table. So whatever. Whimsicott will be my fairy type. It's not like super defensive. It is like annoying because it has like leashes and stuff. So. It'll be interesting to see, if this actually fits with my team well. I'm hoping it will, but, like I said, I'm not too unexcited to use it. Should be pretty cool. Okay, so next I was like, okay, well, I still need, bulk. This was kind of like a win pick. I don't really know, if it's the right pick. Some of you may actually already be able to recognize this. What color is your body? I'm just gonna go with this, even though no, it's not really right. Hold on. No, you're like this. That's okay. You're kind of like meek. You're like a meeker mod. So you're just kind of like that. And got a big old floaty duck body. Okay. No, come on. Arm. It's not bad. I do not know what the rest of this thing looks like. It has slight pinker discs around it. Like that. Does Crest have a tail? And I don't know. It's got a bluer color to it somewhere. I'll just kind of give it a blue crest here. Yeah, sure. I don't know. It's Cresselia. All right, look, that could be worse. That's recognizable, right? Oh, I changed freaking Mallow's name to Yellow like an idiot. Hold on, let me see if I can just end me here. What? This is how you do that, huh? That looks cool. It's got a little yellow to it. All right, it's Cresselia. So Cresselia actually, most annoying mon of all time. Everyone hates it, which is like totally fair. But it fit on my team. So it's a levitator. So that Aegis Infernape ground weakness is really mitigated. It doesn't get like Ice Beam for ground types and stuff. It's just extremely defensive. Still really fast, 85 base speed. I named it Malignant because like the cancer jokes, which are like probably like really old and stupid, but it's still fine. Yeah. So I don't know. This will be like another like a 4 and 6. So I expect it to be like really well. It'll probably be like passive kills or just like chip kills on things that just can't break through it. But Crest is nice. I can Lunar Dance something back to health. I can stall stuff out. I can run Calm Mind. It gets Moonblast for dark types or dragons or whatever. Whatever I might be weak to right now. I don't know, but I'm weirdly excited to use Crest. I hate facing it, so like that's one of the nice things. Now I don't have to face it. Oh god, I just looked at what I have to draw next. So yeah, so it should be cool. Should be nice and cool to use some Crest. No, stop doing that. I'm dying, by the way. I'm just talking so freaking much. Hopefully this water bottle I just grabbed doesn't crinkle too much. I saw the audio just going ape shit over that one. Okay, even though it really wasn't that loud. So yeah, I think Crest actually fits in my team extremely well defensively. I know the Ghost Dark weakness with Aegis Slash is not great, but I have Whimsicott for dark types. I have Mega Gyarados and Infernape for dark types. For Ghost types, I guess I have Mega Gyarados. Ghost types do kind of fuck me up, even looking forward. But like, there aren't a lot of Ghost types. I have Aegis Slash for Shadow Sneak on them as well. So like, defensive Ghost types, I don't really care about. Offensive Ghost types could be pretty scary, but there's not a lot of great offensive Ghost types that are currently in the meta because Marshadow is broken. I actually really like Mallow now that I've been looking at it for like 10 minutes now. These last so long. Am I halfway through my draft? Good grief. Okay, so let's draw this next guy. Do I know what he looks like? No. It's one of these ones though. Did that tell you who it is? You should know already. You're like Liner Blue. Yeah, I'll keep it. Okay, and then go back to like this, but like even lighter. And then they kind of like I don't remember if they. I don't remember if they have like the really like if they look like that at all. But fuck it. So you're kind of like this, and then you have like your weird body that kind of like curves, and you're just like, here are my stub arms that I have. It's the official Ken Sugimori artwork. And then you have this like black tail. This isn't terrible. Shut up. Like that. I don't know. I don't think I can get away with doing this shit again. Oh, I can. Ooh, I can. Ooh, I can. Okay. I mean, that looks awful, but it also looks better, kind of. This is Thunderous. Obviously, it's the Therian variety. I don't know if you can really tell that. I try to, like, curved his... Like, that's really the difference is, like, his body's curved. But, I mean, he must have, like, legs. Are they, like, pant legs? Like, is he Bert from Yoshi's freaking Island? Does he look like that? I don't think so. I know he has, like, a lot of, like, white to him. I don't know if it's, like, really polka dots, but, like, kind of just is, like, he just kind of looks, he's got, like, weird cheetah body. Actually, I think he does actually have, like, blue pants. If I can, like, get that going here. Yeah, so Thunder's Therian, I was like, Zapdos was available for a little while, and then it didn't make it all the way back. It got like taken on the wheel. But I was like, well, Thunderstorm might actually be better because now it's an electric immunity despite being a flying type. I do have Gyarados, which is a pseudo-flying type. Unless I'm running like Bounce or something, but then I can't run like Z-Bounce. Why does Mallow's name look like Yeah, but so sorry for coughing. But yeah, so it's like it's an electric type. If it's 101 speed, which is fine, because the next one up is Infernape, and the next one down is actually Cresselia at 85. So it's not awful with my speed tiers. It's extremely good special attacker. This is definitely going to be a Z user. I don't know. No, I do know who my Z users are. So what did I name you? Yeah. So Thunderous Therian has taken over the Sangha mantle from Zera last season. My electric type. So that's great. Cause this is another one that's gonna like do really well. So like maybe you go 13 and 7, something like that. So like a lot of my kills are like focused around my first page plus these two, which is obviously like fair because there's a thing. Oh yeah, hold on, maybe I should like do that so you know he's a Z user. I think he actually is my first Z user, and I can't move that chat anymore. I ended up drawing them like I should have drawn them taller, but I need to fit 3 across. Yeah, so I don't know. I think this thing, yeah, it's another like rock weakness, but it does get defog. This thing, whatever the hell, when Zakat gets defogged, so it should actually be all right. But yeah, so it's like it's just a great Z user. It gets Focus Blast, Sludge Wave, just even Thunderbolt. It has nasty plots. I have a lot of setup on my team. I basically drafted the team that like Trog actually wanted last season, but like couldn't comprehend to make, and then it just like kind of died. So that's fine, and I'm feeling okay about it. My speed tiers are coming together. Lots of stuff going well here. So just go to the next page. So that was on the way in. So this is round 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So that was before like the first wheel with Brendan. So now I came back and I was like, okay, I want something like fast. So I have Whimsicott at 1 whatever, well, like 116, we'll just say. But I'm like, I want something fast. So maybe like you. Maybe a little bit later. So yeah, let's see if I can draw this thing. Yeah, so it's like you got like boom, and then I guess maybe hold on. A little bit deeper here, like that, and then it kind of goes like gray, but I can't really draw gray because my background's gray. But then you're just kind of like, oh, that's like too light though. I don't know how to draw this thing, so I think you kind of like get a little bit of a tail there. That's too like much though. Oh, why? Well, okay, like just let it happen. And then your arms are all like crossed. He's like, I'm grumpy, and then he's got like goggles on. Well, goggles, not like cufflinks. He's got like a, maybe it's darker. He's got like a scarf. It's Excelgor. You didn't know? God, why does that always happen? Yep, that's what Excelgor looks like. Don't ever question me, or I will release the wrath of the 1,000 gods upon you with my amazing Bob Ross art skills. Hell yeah! So let's see let's like get the color. It's like something like that. Yeah. So Excelgor super fast. God damn it. I actually really like. I use Excelgor in some mocks, I believe last season a little bit. So that was fun, and I think I could do stuff with it. So it's got some gimmicks to it. It can set up spikes, I believe, maybe both. I think it's set up toxic spikes too. God, that's not good. Yeah, and it can Focus Blast, Final Gambit, Bug Buzz, U-Turn. It even gets like Water Shuriken or whatever that. I don't know if that's actually what that move is called. So I don't know. I think it can be decent. I would have liked to have had it as a Z user. It's actually not. I just named him Speed Racer too. Well, not that you can see. So Excelgor's kind of a niche one. It can come. It can probably come like whenever it really wants, just because it's so fast. But I don't expect to do that much with it. So I'll probably go like 4 and 3 or something like that. I don't know. I expect it to actually be decent for me. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So I don't want to make any bold predictions. But yeah, should be fun, nice and fast. Bug type. I don't know. I think I'll enjoy using Excelgor a little bit. You know, it can go Scarf and outspeed potential setup mons. You know, it can run specs, get damage. Lots of interesting stuff there. So it should be fine. Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh jeez. Oh, I'm spoiling. The next color I'm going for. Okay. You're kind of like. How do I make this like gray, but like dark? Sure. Okay. This isn't gonna work. So. This might actually be good. He's got like. Fuck. He's got like. Gray tube arm. He's got like weird like purple like puff arm. Does Garbodor have legs? That's what this mon is. Yeah. Yeah. And then it's got like oh, those are some good eyes though. I learned how to apparently like draw circles. God, why does that not work? Why can't I just why can't I fill in those shapes I just made? Like I don't feel like I don't. Oh wait, no, I want to like this normal like color dodge. No, just whatever brain. Look at this really good Garbodor I was drawing there for a second there. He's got like weirdly like human eyes. Shouldn't I be drawing in black now? What? Whatever. I can't draw. Help! I can't. It doesn't draw. Oh. What have I done? Oh, because I have color dodge on. Is that why? Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing in fucking Paint. Alright. Paint.net, baby. Yeah! And then he's just kind of like made of like garbage, obviously. So like it's just kind of like this. Just kind of like, oh, I'm made of garbage. Oh, who put all this garbage in me? Help my brain function. Yeah, I don't know. Like, can I like suck in this purple and then fill it in? No. Okay, that's it for that. So I picked up Garbodor, another hazards guy, nice poison type, slightly speedy, got the weak armor. Recent gens have been good to Garbodor. It gets like Stomping Tantrum and Rock Blast and Drain Punch. I made his name a stupid trash bag brand joke. I don't know, like I don't think it'll die. It's not gonna come to 8 battles and die in all of them. Shit. Sure. That's still too much. 2 and 4. Hey. Okay, Garbodor. Yeah, I don't know. It's I actually like it as an option. It may certainly do better than this. I do not know, but it can set up hazards really well. It can run gunk shot. It can be really annoying. It can run like Rocky Helmet and stuff. I think it'll be fine. It's clearly not Garbodor, but it's fine. I'm at 40 minutes like a goddamn fiend. I still have to draw like two more guys. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to draw this next one. Don't look. Okay, so I'll just go on to the next one. I don't know, Garbodor. I'm just filling in types at this point. I got a Speedy Bug, got a Poison, more hazards. Got a decent amount of hazards going on for once. Not a lot of Stealth Rockers. Infernape gets rocks so far. That's about it. But it should be fine. So I actually want like you. And then okay, so you're like. We'll just kind of like ignore that for now. No, just kind of like I don't know. That's kind of already kind of messed up. So then your neck comes in. You go whop, whop, whop. Okay, hold on. Okay, and then hold on. I know how this looks. We're back. Okay, so then you just kind of like maybe not as high up. And then there's like this is your tail. Is it? Is it? And then I need to go back to the green and just kind of like go to this and be like, oh, I have legs now. So this is my nothing about that was right. So this is my dragon type Flygon. He's the best. He's got like Gog. Woo! Okay. That's not bad. I don't know, like he has like more to him a little bit. And I can draw some like more greenish. But yeah, like it's Flygon. So he's ground type, he's a dragon type. He's got setup, he's got 100 speed. It's not bad. It doesn't mesh super well with that's just an onion, by the way, at the top there. It doesn't mesh super well with Thunderous's speed, but it's a physical and a special. So I don't mind overlapping speed tiers a little bit if they're like different kinds of utility. This thing actually doesn't get Stealth Rock, but you know what? It's Flygon. No one ever like really takes it, and I'm actually really excited to use Flygon. So it's a very good Scarfer. It's a decent choice bander at that 100 speed, 100 attack. You can even run it special a little bit with like Draco, Flamethrower Earth Power if you need to. This one's actually going to be a Z user, so I named him Sparky just because it sounds right. He doesn't actually do anything, so he's going to go like 8 and 6. I'm probably going to have to bring him more than that, but that's okay. So yeah, so I don't know. I like Flygon a lot in concept. It finally has Dragon Dance, so it's like maybe I can run Yachi and set up and run Scarfer, U-turn, Fire Punch, stuff like that. It's just like a very decent Pokemon, which basically means it gets overshadowed a lot, so people think it's bad, but I don't think it's bad. So besides like Speed Tier, kind of it does fit. The typings fit. I don't have a Ground type. I didn't have a Dragon type. So yeah, I don't know. I like Flygon. I saved it for a while because I didn't think it was gonna get sniped, and I for some reason thought Excelgor and Garbodor were more risky, but I actually should have considered the fact that. So what ended up happening was I had some points left over. At this point, I had like 20, like 25 points left over or something like that. And I had like kind of a plan, and one of those plans involved Aurorus, which is an ice rock type with a lot of special defense. It can run Refrigerate and run like Hyper Voice with ice type. It has Snow Warning, so it's like a pretty good. Come on, do I need to like fix that? That's like way too late to fix it. But it actually ended up getting sniped because what happened was Gray once again, one who took Hydreigon from me, wanted Armaldo, and Armaldo got taken, So he picked Aurorus, and then which sniped me. So it was like a two-person snipe chain, which sucked. But so I had to settle for something different. I'm not gonna be able to draw it because I've backed myself into a corner with this freaking gray background. Apparently, every freaking Pokemon is gray. So I'll run like a dark gray and draw it. So that's not what this thing looks like. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna draw like what's that called when you look at a profile? I'm gonna draw the profile. So it goes like tail's too small. But that was really good. Okay, whatever. We'll just pretend that is. Shit. Because he has like that weird tusk. Where's my big gorilla feet? Brr, brr, brr. Maybe not that. Yeah, something like that's fine. And his like his back is all steel, and then his body is like that. And he has like a big old meat arm. Yeah, sure. It's Aggron. Does that look like Aggron? I don't think it does. I should have like put more color in. But like he's got like the silver to him. Can I like fill him in with silver? No. I don't know why I keep thinking I could do that. Here, what if we kind of do like make him shiny? Make him shiny. Ruin my lines. Sure, that's Aggron, right, guys? We all know our favorite guy. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. So yeah, so I had to settle for Aggron over Aurorus. God, like it's fine. It's not the biggest deal. So you know, it's so very, very high defense. I can set up rocks. I don't know. I can set up a little bit. It's the second steel type. He shares ground with Aegislash, but nothing else. So like fire is neutral. Fighting, Aegislash has immune to. So there's not like a lot of horrible like typingness happening there. But yeah, it was a settle pick, but I don't mind it. So this is the aggro crag. Obviously, I've got to name it that. I don't expect to really want to bring Aggron that much, but maybe it'll work. So I don't know. I'll go like 2 and 3, 1 and 3 maybe. Maybe we'll go 1 and 3. It'll just be like a pivot. So yeah, I don't know. Aggron's okay though. Obviously that drawing of Aggron is not okay. There's nothing okay about that. But there is something okay with this last drawing I'm about to do. I've been practicing this one. Is that true? You tell me. So let's see. You got like this. I'm just drawing a regular bird, you know. It's Swallow. I don't know. That could be Swallow. Just give him a little beak line. It's just a bird. I literally just drew a bird. That's pretty much Swallow is. Okay, so I did get Swallow. So the 125 speed tier actually works extremely well. I made aggro crack blue. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. You can run specs. You can run guts. Still, the 125 speed is really nice. In between Excelgor and Whimsicott of like 116 and 145 is the 125, which is really nice. So I can run, like I said, I can run specs. I can run guts. I can run freaking choice bandit if I wanted to. It's got U-turn, Brave Bird stuff. It does leave me with a third flying type, which is like weird. I wanted the normal type for like ghosts and stuff, and I can run scrappy specs, or just like banded, return, Brave Bird. But yeah, so it's like like Gyarados can Mega Evolve to avoid the rock damage if they're not already up. Thundurus doesn't. Neither Thundurus nor Gyarados have really good like flying moves. So I mean, even Swallow doesn't have a good flying move, but I can run Brave Bird if I need to. Maybe it's like Como or something. I run like Scarf Brave Bird. I don't know. Give all my salty strats away. But I don't know. I like Swallow. I was thinking about so this leaves me with 11 mons out of 12. You need a minimum 10 out of 130 points. So I was thinking about running Kecleon and something else, but Swallow is just kind of better. I think Aggron's also a Z user by default. I don't know if this will work. There. Beautiful. So yeah, I think yours is user just by leftover points, so it's Flygon. Did I make Flygon? Yeah, okay. So good grief, what have I done? So yeah, so this finishes off my draft with 11 mons. So just going through. We'll just go in reverse order. So we have Swallow and Aggron here. Later picks, so speed, flying, whatever hazards. We got Flygon, Garbodor, Excelgor. Lots of hazards on the left there. Flygon for a Dragon Ground type. A little bit of electric immunity. Another Levitator. So even though I have Aegislash and Fernape and Garbodor and Aggron, I have 4 weak to ground. I also have Gyarados before it Mega Evolves. I have Cresselia, Levitator, Thundurus flying type, Flygon, Levitator, Swallow, Flyer. I don't know if I said that right. But, so, the ground is 50-50. I have 2 Levitators, which is very nice. So, Flygon set up maybe, Z user. Get those, like, Fire Punches off, or Tectonic Rage, or Draco Drop Explosion, whatever that's called, Draconic Explosion. So I have Thundurus Therian, oh god, Cresselia, and Whimsicott. So like there's just some typing coverage. Cresselia very defensive, gonna probably help a lot with having checks to certain mons. I think running like Thunder Wave and stuff. Obviously Thundurus a very setup, reliant on, but with that Z can definitely wall break. Whimsicott, and Annoyer, I can encore things if it looks like they might try to sweep me. Sweepers have a good matchup. And, that kind of stuff, fairy type. And then, oh, good God. Mega Gyarados, Infernape, and Aegislash. So these 3 are, like, huge parts of my team. Thundurus a little bit, too. These first 3 really set me up. And, yeah, I don't know. So, so our first matchup this season is against Cameron, who we beat last season pretty handily. It was like a 4-0, 5-0. But obviously different teams doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I've been looking at like just general matchups. There haven't been a lot that I've just looked at and been like, oh, how am I gonna break that, or what am I gonna do? A lot of them is just like, oh, if Gyarados gets to +1 and brings like dual stab Earthquake, I win, yay! There's a lot of situations where I just kind of need to like, a couple of my mons can break the whole team. Just like one pair of my like 4 or 5 like good offensive mons can break the team, and then I just need to pick. Okay, who are my support mons? Am I setting up hazards? Am I bringing removal for their hazards? Just kind of like stopping what can tear through my team and bringing what can tear through theirs, which is my general draft and league battling. In general is just like pretty offensive teams with enough checks and enough support for my offensive mons to keep them healthy and winning. So it is kind of weird. I mean, like I said, I still have Excelgor with a lot of speed, and even it swallows 125. So like, I do have speedy mons, but I just don't have on the level of Zeraora or Tornadus, where their offensive output and coverage is as good as their speed. But I do have Infernape and Thundurus to kind of fill in those offensive gaps. They're just not quite as fast, so it's gonna be forcing some scarfs and stuff like that. But I'm actually very happy with my team. Like, even without the Hydreigon, that was a very early one, and without planning, I am still kind of mad about Aurorus. Had I just had Aurorus and Swellow instead of Aggron Swellow, I'd be feeling really good. But I'm still feeling really good. I'd just be feeling perfect. Like, I mean, only 2 snipes and 2 minimal snipes is a very good draft to have. But I don't know. So we'll see. D1 is very much stacked this season around. Not to insult anyone who got relegated out of D1, but just like in terms of like players that like I view as either consistent or good or just like scary to play against, even if their teams aren't that good. So it's like it's kind of there's coaches where if they don't have the good team, they're not really going to do well. But if they have the good team, like, look out. I don't know how my teams have really been. My teams are like, people like joke about them, but they haven't been like super good. Like Mega Marvel Hoopa is like scary in concept, but like besides forcing prep, those aren't super scary. You can bring like Arcanine and just Flare Blitz them both to death easy. So it's like, kind of, my teams haven't been broken by any. I don't think there really have been any broken teams. I really like points for that. I think tiers you can get broken teams just by virtue of having really good tier 1 megas that you get basically for free, and still being able to run 2 tier 1s with that. So it's like, oops, I ended up with Mega Latios, Celesteela, and Infernape. It's just like there's no way I would get that in this, just because people have to like kind of pick their points, and you can kind of like jump around the tiers. So it's like similar. Oh, I need to reserve this tier 3 because people are gonna want it because they have to get a tier 3 or whatever. It's just like, oh, what does the budget allow me for? There's a lot more flexibility. I'm not ending. Yeah, maybe I end up with 12 points and I really need like a 120 base speed mon range, and there's not a lot left. But it's better than like, oops, I need like a bug type with above 80 speed and can remove, and I only have a tier 4 pick, and you're just screwed. Rather than like, oh, I can budget my last 2 points, whatever. I don't know. That's just how I see it. I don't dislike tier drafts. I kind of like points a little bit more from what I've seen. I've done plenty of both at this point, and by plenty of both, I mean like this is my 3rd points, and I've done like 5 tier drafts, including some like that where I've rebuilt by replacing coaches. So I don't know. This is how I see it. I think I see more teams that I think are closer to broken and tiered by virtue of the tiers, kind of like limiting your late draft choices, but really giving you kind of busted early draft choices. I don't know. But anyways, so that's how I see it. I don't think there are any broken teams in D1. I think there are some better teams. I think there's a couple worse teams, and I'm sure the people who have those, worse teams or even better teams might argue with me and be like, all right, I don't think it's that bad, or like, I think it's people are overrating it. Whatever. So we're gonna try to get some power rankings, and I'd be very surprised if I did not get top 5 in a power rank. Like, and that's not even like that's not even like bias. Like, I would hate to face this team. And I feel like most other people do. I mean, some of my late picks aren't like perfect. I'm pretty sure people, like I said, people really don't like Flygon. People really think it's like not great, and I'm sure it's not that great. But yeah, I don't see as much transactions this time around. So I could see my lower, basically anything after Thundurus. So I see Excelgor, Garbodor, Flygon, Aggron, and Swallow being reworked a little bit. But it's not like last time where I was like, oh, Starmie, yeah, I'm probably going to trade it, and then I did. Virizion, that thing was bad. It's probably still not that bad, but I just, like, I could not get anything done with Virizion. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. You never know. I may find out that I just have, like, a really bad weakness to like, certain types of teams or mons, and then I need to, like, trade. Because, like I said, like, last season, Slowbro trade over Starmie was actually super good. Slowbro defensively, that water psychic defense on that team was so much better than offensively, and yeah, it just worked out. So we'll see. I may need to trade for more defense, as I've done in the last 2 drafts. Where I had to pick up like Weezing and Sarina, and I had to pick up Slowbro and Serp wasn't really a defensive pick, but still. So I don't know. That's it. I don't really have much to say. I really like my draft. We'll flip through the things really quick. So we got Age of Slash, Infernape, Mega Gyarados. I love Mega Gyarados. We have Whimsicott, Cresselia, Thunderous T. This is probably my best three. Honestly, this is like whatever. This is probably my worst. No, this one's not bad. We have Excelgor, Garbodor, and Flygon. I do like that Flygon's pretty good. It's definitely a Sparky. And then this is the worst page by far. We have Aggron and Swallow. So we'll see. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to I drafted a lot of Gen 1, Gen 2 Mons, whatever. I kind of obviously that's not going to affect my draft plan, but it's kind of neat to see how it went afterwards. So, yep, I don't know. That'll do it. So thanks for watching. This whole thing was an hour. Probably only Mid watched this whole thing because he loves these. So shout out to him. If you wanted to skip to near the end and just watch this, go ahead. If you want to see the process of me drawing a couple of these, just go find them. Because yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, so thank you for watching. We'll come in probably just with a week 1 team builder and battle coming up. I've recorded this way early, so that's not gonna matter. But we'll see how the scheduling works. That Infernape is horrendous. So, once again, thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hoping for a good season again, baby.